Kristy McNichol's shocking Hollywood exit, what really happened? In this New Year's resolution, we delve into the rise and sudden fall of Kristy McNichol, one of the 70s and 80s biggest TV stars. Known as the all-American tomboy, Kristy won an Emmy before even driving a car. But just as her career peaked, especially with her iconic role in Empty Nest, she vanished from Hollywood. What happened? Why did Kristy walk away from fame? And how did her mother's shattered dreams play a role? In this video, we'll uncover the personal struggles behind Kristy's exit, how her success nearly drove her mad, and the surprising truth behind a doctor's diagnosis for a girl who grew up too fast. Please like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss any new videos. From a young age, Kristy McNichol carved her unique path into Hollywood, though not in the typical way aspiring stars do. As a child, Kristy's mother juggled a variety of odd jobs, from working as a secretary to selling makeup while also taking on roles as a movie extra. This dynamic family environment played a significant role in shaping Kristy's early life, both positively and negatively. A defining moment came when her mother secured a background role in the movie Bigfoot. Kristy's younger brother Jimmy was absolutely enchanted by the monster-themed set, so their mother decided to bring the whole family along. While Jimmy thrived in the excitement, Kristy found herself too terrified to step out of the car. However, the observant crew noticed the siblings and approached her mother with an unexpected offer. Hey, they would be perfect for commercials. Can you imagine being spotted for a role just by being in the right place at the right time? Naturally, Kristy and Jimmy were thrilled at the prospect of becoming TV stars. This chance encounter launched Kristy's journey from television commercials to starring roles in beloved TV shows. Her big break came when she secured the role of Buddy in the hit series Family, cementing her status as a household name. At just 14 years old, Kristy hit the ground running, earning 3 consecutive Emmy nominations and winning 2. Isn't it incredible how a single moment can transform a young life? Kristy McNichol's early experiences not only showcased her talent, but also set the stage for a remarkable career in the entertainment industry. Her story is a testament to how unexpected opportunities and family support can lead to enduring success. Kristy McNichol was always more grown up than most people around her, a trait that was obvious even as a child. Reporters often described her as precocious, a word that perfectly captured her mature outlook on life. Kristy herself once told her mother, "You're the child," to which her mom would reply, "Yeah, you're the mother." This unusual dynamic meant that even at a young age, Kristy was the one taking charge. She'd clean the house and ask her mother what time she'd be home, living a life that seemed well beyond her years. Comment okay if you think Kristy's Hollywood journey was pure fate. And this sense of responsibility only grew stronger as Kristy entered the spotlight. When she joined Family, she described herself as a miniature adult. She'd show up to work every day with her little briefcase, already shouldering the weight of a professional career. Kristy herself admitted, "I really think I grew up backward. There's the way most kids do it, and then there's the way Kristy did it." Her role as Buddy on Family may have made her famous, but the pressure of living like an adult from such a young age took its toll. By the time she was filming Little Darlings, Kristy had already racked up nearly 100 episodes of Family. But that wasn't all. Kristy's drive to please everyone, combined with a complicated relationship with her mother, meant she rarely said no to work. She recalls, "I didn't know the word no because I wanted to please everybody all the time." Whenever there was a break in filming, she found herself jumping straight into new projects without hesitation. "Before I could even say yes or no, I'd be on my way to a location, and then I'd come back and jump right into Family again. I mean, I had no life." In 1980, Family came to an end, and just as quickly as one chapter closed, Kristy McNichol dove headfirst into her next big project, Little Darlings. At barely 18, she was already a seasoned TV star. Yet the pressure of juggling fame and growing up in the spotlight was beginning to take its toll. On the surface, Kristy maintained the image of the perfectly composed, polished young woman, the kind of image the public loved to see. But beneath that well-crafted exterior, things were far more complicated. Kristy was feeling the weight of it all and ironically began to mature in reverse. Instead of embracing the maturity that had been forced on her, she found herself longing to recapture the carefree moments of childhood she'd missed. One of her ways of doing this was, of all things, food fights. As she put it, "It was like I wanted to live my childhood." At 18, Kristy was trying to reclaim the innocence and spontaneity of youth, something she'd sacrificed for her career long ago. The girl who had grown up too fast was now searching for ways to slow things down and embrace the fun, messy moments of life that most teens get to experience without a camera following them around. It's fascinating, isn't it, how someone who seemed to have it all, the fame, the success, could feel like they missed out on something so fundamental. Kristy's story is a powerful reminder that growing up in the spotlight isn't as glamorous as it looks. It raises the question, how many other child stars have silently yearned for a chance to just be kids? So whatever happened to Kristy and Jimmy McNichol after Family wrapped up? While Family catapulted Kristy into the spotlight, she didn't just fade away. She kept herself busy, staying relevant in America's cultural consciousness through more than just TV and film. She ventured into music as well. In 1977, Kristy appeared in The Carpenters at Christmas, performing alongside the legendary Karen Carpenter. Their duet was a highlight of the special, and as we've covered before, Karen's own tragic yet remarkable story adds even more depth to this unforgettable moment. But Kristy's musical journey didn't stop there. The following year, she and her brother Jimmy released a self-titled album, an ambitious project that further solidified their presence in pop culture. Their collaboration didn't go unnoticed, and soon after, Kristy reunited with the Carpenters once again, this time with Jimmy by her side for The Carpenters, A Christmas Portrait. One of their standout moments came with their cover of the 1963 hit He's So Fine, which skyrocketed to number 70 on the Billboard Hot 100. This unexpected chapter in Kristy's career is fascinating. It shows just how multifaceted she was, navigating both television stardom and the music scene with ease. But more than that, it highlights the bond between Kristy and Jimmy, two siblings who managed to carve their own paths in the entertainment industry together. Comment Born to Shine if you think Kristy McNichol was destined for stardom. But why did Kristy McNichol quit acting? The answer is complex. The late 70s and early 80s were a relentless period for her, 8 movies in 6 years, each role demanding more of her time, energy, and emotional well-being. The final project in this exhausting streak was Just the Way You Are, where Kristy played a musician who had to wear a leg brace. It was set to be filmed in Paris, but as the trip approached, Kristy's nerves began to spiral out of control. Her anxiety affected her eating, her sleeping, and her sense of stability. At her breaking point, Kristy did what any actor in her shoes might do. She turned to her manager. She laid out her worries, confessed her gut feeling that this project wasn't right for her, and expressed how much she feared the direction her life was heading. In response, her manager reassured her with a cold, impersonal line, "Don't worry, we'll get through it." But that wasn't enough to calm Kristy. This pivotal moment of vulnerability marked the beginning of Kristy's decision to step back from Hollywood. Sometimes no amount of reassurance can mask the emotional toll that fame takes. Kristy's decision to quit acting was a difficult one, but it was also one of self-preservation. Kristy McNichol would later look back on those harrowing days and remember how desperately she reached out for help, only to be met with silence. She felt completely isolated. As she recalled, "I was so confused. I was so depressed. I was so full of anxiety. I was a wreck, and there I was, filming a movie, dragged off to France." Behind the glamorous exterior of a successful actress was a young woman unraveling under the immense pressure. Kristy's weight plummeted to just 96 pounds. She couldn't sleep, and when she did manage to drift off, her dreams were strange, nightmarish. In the daylight, she shook uncontrollably, constantly on edge, feeling as though she was about to have an anxiety attack at any moment. She would cry in private, on set, anywhere, struggling to hold it all together. As the film broke for the holidays, Kristy fled back to California, desperate for relief. It was there that she finally reached out to a friend who truly listened. This friend took her to a doctor who specialized in treating young people with emotional struggles, and the diagnosis was eye-opening. The doctor explained that Kristy was holding on to deep-seated anger, rage that she didn't even have the words for, simmering beneath the surface. For the first time, someone was able to articulate the turmoil she'd been carrying inside, and that moment of clarity made everything fall into place. After a chaotic, fragmented childhood, Kristy finally felt truly seen and understood. The doctor's advice was clear: Kristy shouldn't finish the film. And for the first time in her entire career, Kristy listened. She made the incredibly difficult decision to step away from the project, choosing her mental and emotional well-being over her career. It's a powerful moment in Kristy's journey, showing just how far she had come and how much it took for her to finally put herself first. Her decision to prioritize her health over fame was a turning point, not just in her career, but in her life. Comment, listen, and support if you agree that child actors need better emotional guidance. Kristy McNichol stepped away from Just the Way You Are to focus on her mental health, but her struggles didn't end there. After a year-long break, Hollywood and the rumor mill quickly painted her as a drug addict or manic depressive. Despite the studio hinting at a chemical imbalance, Kristy knew the truth. Her challenges were far deeper. Still, the gossip hurt. As she said, "I think it would be easier to kick that kind of habit than go through the years of hell that I have." But Kristy refused to give up. She returned to acting, but the roles that came her way were fewer and less impactful. By 1988, Kristy landed a steady gig on Empty Nest, a Golden Girls spin-off, but her mental health continued to decline. Diagnosed with bipolar disorder, the relentless work and public scrutiny proved unsustainable. Kristy's childhood was stolen by fame, and she realized she needed to step away for good. Reflecting on her decision, she said, "I left show business for a variety of reasons, but a big one was my interest in learning what else there was in life." In 2001, Kristy confirmed her departure with a statement from her publicist. "I retired after 24 years. It was time to play my biggest part, myself." She didn't retreat into obscurity. Instead, she found peace, embracing a grounded life far from the chaos of Hollywood. Kristy's emergence from her quiet life came with a powerful message of authenticity. In 2012, she publicly came out as gay, hoping her story could help others who might be struggling with their identity. Her courage to speak out offered support to many who felt unsure about themselves. But aside from this, Kristy's new life couldn't be more different from the fast-paced, high-pressure world of Hollywood. Gone were the days of relying on her mother's erratic management style. Now Kristy is her own person, making her own choices and focusing on what brings her peace. Whether it's through yoga, tennis, or cuddling with her dogs, Kristy has created a life centered around tranquility and self-care. When Kristy does engage with Hollywood, it's on her own terms and always for a good cause. She lent her voice to the Los Angeles Valley College Choir and worked with a local foundation to support its music program, an area that has always held deep significance for her. Kristy sees music as a refuge, one that provides stability and meaning, just as it did for her during the toughest times. It may not be the glamorous world of TV sets and red carpets, but Kristy finds fulfillment in these quieter, more purposeful pursuits. At 61, Kristy has embraced this phase of life with contentment, reflecting, "This phase of my life is so good. My home life is happy and serene." Much of that peace comes from her strong bond with her brother Jimmy, who has always been her rock. Together, they've weathered many storms, and now they share a calm, fulfilling life. After everything Kristy McNichol experienced in Hollywood, the question remains, will she ever act again? In 2015, she left the door slightly open with a simple yet profound statement: never say never. Kristy's career was nothing short of explosive, a shining star who ascended the Hollywood ladder with undeniable talent. But as with many stars who rise quickly, her success came at a steep price. Her childhood was sacrificed in the pursuit of fame, and the pressure eventually took its toll. Her story serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of mental health, especially when life seems to be everything you've ever dreamed of. If you enjoyed it, drop MVP in the comments to let me know you made it to the end. Kristy's journey from her meteoric rise to her decision to step away from it all sheds light on the harsh realities of growing up under the intense spotlight. It's a cautionary tale for anyone chasing success at the expense of their well-being, but it also prompts an important question. What do you think about Kristy McNichol's journey? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and share your memories or thoughts on Kristy's incredible career. If you enjoyed this deep dive into her life and career, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss another story like this. See you later.